Hi everybody, it's Diana. Okay, here is the second video tutorial that I'm going to do for you. Today it's using bleach. What I did was, originally this is just some creamy caramel cardstock. And to get the placement, this is a new Courage stamp set from Stampin' Up. It's beautiful, beautiful. And to get the placement of my soldier and my greeting, I first made a copy, or like a master, on cardstock vellum. It's a little thicker than the regular vellum, with my Stamp-A-Majig. Now the Stamp-A-Majig does come with a clear, thicker mat that you can use, but I find if I just use the cardstock vellum, I can keep these with the stamp set so that I always have a master to get my image placed in the right spot. So that's all I did. I just took my creamy caramel and using my Stamp-A-Majig, I got my soldier where I wanted him on the card. I put my jig down, I inked up my soldier, and I just slid it down the Stamp-A-Majig. Obviously you would move this out of the way first. And then what that did was it got me exactly where I wanted my picture as well as my greeting. Alright, let's get to the fun part. What you're going to use is just regular household bleach, and I just put it in a little container. You can use just regular Clorox bleach. This is the thin kind. I kind of prefer the gel. It's a little thicker, but sometimes it's hard to find the gel, so I just used the regular household stuff that I had. You're also going to want to use an old blender pen, and all I did was I just took a address label and I just wrote bleach, and I just marked the blender pen so there is no mistaking what this pen is for. So after I stamped, and all I did was, actually I just used the Stays-On pad to stamp my image. You can emboss and bleach if you want, but I find the Stays-On works just as good. It's permanent, so the black lines didn't bleach out on me at all. So I think it's important what black you use to begin with. So I have my image all stamped with the Stays-On. Let it dry a little bit. Then, just using your old blender pen and your bleach, I want just to come in here and just dab it inside like that. And then what I did was I wanted to get a little bit of a bleached kind of look to the edge. So I went all the way around with the bleach. And just take your time. And then you can kind of start to see it activate pretty quick. If you want to speed it up, you could use your heat gun or whatever, but by the time I get this all done, you know, it's pretty well the way it needs to be. I find that the regular household bleach, either I got a bad bottle or whatever, but this is a little more yellow looking after it bleaches out than the gel. The gel bleach seemed to be a little whiter, so, you know, it just depends on what the look you're going for. Alright, so just pretend I went all the way around the edge. And so see, you can see it's already starting to turn. Now this is creamy caramel, like I said, creamy caramel cardstock. You can bleach on any cardstock you want, but you want to test it first. Because you'd be surprised at what some of the colors bleach out of, like what it starts off isn't what you think it's going to bleach to. Not everything is going to go white or light. At one time I think black was almost like a gold color. So you really just want to just practice, you know, on a little piece of scrap paper, just bleach it out and see what happens. So anyways, here I have my design back, and I'm just going to dip into the bleach, and where I want to bleach out my picture, I'm doing the same thing as I did before around the edge. I'm just going to come in, and just like you're painting or coloring, you're basically just painting on the bleach. So see, it's very simple. Now remember, if you splatter or whatever, you're going to have bleach wherever you splattered. So just be careful with that. So anyway, so let's just keep going how I want that to be. Set it aside, because I already did one for you in advance, so you could kind of see what happened. So this is the one that I've already done ahead of time. Can you see that? That's pretty good. So it's already bleached, because the thing is you want to let it sit a little bit, let that bleach dry. If you go back and try to add your color, if the bleach is still wet, it's just going to keep bleaching out the color that you already, it's going to bleach out the color that you want to add. So, okay. I'm going to add a little bit of, this is just Blush Blossom. And I'm going to now put aside my bleached blender pen, and I'm going to use an aqua painter. And it's just, I find it's a little easier to color with the aqua painter than the blender pen on this kind of paper. So just pick up your refill. And I just actually squirted a little bit of the Blush Blossom right into the pad, and it's a lot easier than squishing your pad over and over and over again. Now, just come over and start to color in over where you bleached. Leave a little bit of the white. You don't want to like totally go back and color it in, or it kind of defeats the purpose of the bleaching. So see how I've got, just some of the soldier, his face and stuff, just like that. I want to add a little bit of Old Olive. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And you can see I've put a little bit of refill already into the lid. Clean your aqua painter. I just give it a squeeze, and I have a towel off to the side. I rub it in. So I want to add a little bit of green onto the soldier's hat. Like that. And just continue coloring in the whole image where you want it. If you want to have a little bit darker areas after you get it all the way colored, using your going gray, anywhere that you want it to look dirty or, darker, just come back with gray over top of that color that you already used, and it will look a little darker for you. So just pretend I colored, you listen to me talk. And then this is what it's going to look like. Now everyone's going to be bleached different. So you can see this hand looks a lot different than this hand. So it just depends on how much bleach that you put down on your paper originally. So, but anyways, I like, using the bleach technique, and hopefully it's another idea for you, with some of these kind of masculine cards. You don't have to go crazy with all the embellishments. It's just kind of a neat technique. So hopefully you learned something a little different, and there'll be more videos to come down the road. I'm going to try to do one every Tuesday. So we'll cross my fingers that we can handle that. But anyways, if there's anything you want me to show on my blog, definitely shoot me a comment or an email and let me know, what you want to see, and I'll do my darndest to get it on there. So anyways, hope you have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.